The Skarloey Railway is full of beautiful places. There are many special events held here. One of the lesser-known events is an equestrian competition. In the competition, horses race and show off. At the sheds, someone else was showing off too. Sir Handel. "Won't be long now," he said to Peter Sam. "Won't be long till what?" "Till my coaches arrive." "Oh dear, here you go again," laughed Peter Sam. Just then, the Fat Controller arrived. "Sir Handel, I need you to take some trucks up to the racecourse," he said. "Now, I know you've had problems with trucks in the past, but this is an important job, so I expect you to behave yourself. Meanwhile, Peter Sam, I would like you to take the scenic passenger train." When the Fat Controller left, Peter Sam began to laugh even harder. "So much for your coaches," he chortled as he left the sheds. Sir Handel was cross. As he grumbled to himself, Edward puffed by. When Edward noticed Sir Handel, he stopped. "What's the matter, Sir Handel?" he asked. "I've been given truck duty. I'm meant to pull passengers at this time of day." Well, were you told what the trucks were for?" Edward replied curiously. "I have no idea. All the Fat Controller said was that they were important," grumbled Sir Handel. "Well, if he said they were important, then they must be. I wonder if it's for the equestrian competition." "Pah! That's what he tells everyone, so that engines like Rusty don't feel left out when they never get to take passenger trains. Gordon would understand," puffed Sir Handel as he set off to find Gordon. At the station, Gordon was grumpily waiting with the express. He noticed that Sir Handel didn't have a train. "Late and without your passengers? I thought you were a high-class passenger engine, like me. Perhaps I was wrong." "Ah, Peter Sam is the one who's late," retorted Sir Handel. "Meanwhile, I've been given truck work. Something about request, eggs-quest." "Equestrian," finished Gordon. "Ha, the competition full of horses. Driver told me about them. Before we steam engines came along, they used horses instead. I don't see why we should celebrate something so old-fashioned." Sir Handel couldn't have agreed more. Just then, Peter Sam puffed into view. "There you are," retorted Sir Handel. "If you're going to steal my job, at least do it properly." Peter Sam was surprised. As the day went on, Sir Handel only got crosser. "Losing my coaches for an old-fashioned show. An old-fashioned show," repeated Sir Handel as he traveled down the line. He was so busy sulking that he forgot to whistle to the station master. As the station master read his newspaper, Sir Handel rushed past the points and continued heading down the wrong line. By the time he realized, he was back to where he started. "Oh, great!" he cried out in frustration. "Now I'll be even later." "Hello again. Didn't think you'd be back so soon. I can't say this is the ideal place for competition materials." "If I hear any more about these horses, I might bust my boiler. Horses are nothing special nowadays, and I've had enough of them." "Perhaps not to you, but to many others, they're fantastic. And," continued Edward slyly, "with that type of event, I bet you there will be a few cameras there." "Cameras?" asked Sir Handel calmly. "Oh, yes. They'll want a picture of the winning horse." "Do you think they'll want a picture of me?" "Perhaps they will. But if you never take those trucks, you won't know, will you?" Suddenly, Sir Handel's pistons whirred into motion. "Well, I better get down there then, he said as he quickly set off for his line of trucks. Sir Handel had never moved along the line so fast. He collected his trucks in no time at all and was on his way to the racecourse. However, as he did so, his wheels began to feel wobbly. There's something wrong with your wheel bearings. We'd best stop and fix them. We can't! We're delayed already as it is. If I stop now, I might miss the photographers. And so, with a wobbly wheel, Sir Handel strived on. Throughout the journey, Sir Handel worked very hard, but despite his efforts, he still arrived a little late. Sorry I was late. I got sent down the line. It's okay, Sir Handel. The horses and passengers are still yet to arrive. There's plenty of time. Now let's unload your trucks and get set up for the big event. But as the Fat Controller and workers unloaded the trucks, they noticed something. These aren't posts. These are flower pots. Sir Handel felt very ashamed. I told you that this was an important job for a good reason. Without the posts, the horses will have no obstacles, and without obstacles, there will be no competition. And that means there won't be photographs, thought Sir Handel sadly. His hard work had been for nothing. I'm sorry, sir. I must have gotten too excited and taken the wrong train. No! Shouted a worn-out Skarloey as he pulled alongside. The manager forgot to tell you. There was a mistake with the overseas delivery. Apparently they sent the flower pots here, and some poor old woman got a bunch of posts and fences. So that wasn't your fault, Sir Handel. While Sir Handel was relieved that the mistake wasn't his, he was still disappointed. What's wrong? Well, no matter whose fault it is, the competition still can't go on. Well, why do you think I bought these trucks, you silly engine? You see, I went to see Edward about it, and he had an idea. If we couldn't get proper fences, then we'd just have to make our own, and that is why I brought some planks. Edward said that by using his planks in your flower pots, we could make our own fences. Oh, then Edward has saved this competition. And my photograph, thought Sir Handel. Later, everyone watched as the competition went off without a hitch. At the end of the day, due to his hard work, and as an apology from the Fat Controller, Sir Handel got his picture taken. The next day, he waited in his shed as his wheel was repaired, daydreaming of the adventure he had had. He thought as he drifted off to sleep. Perhaps there's a little enjoyment in equestrian competitions, after all.